the Magic Millions. Skirt the wall has taken over and kicked away. Skirt the wall's in front and Skirt the wall's all too good. Skirt the wall's 1.5.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Final Gallop. It is episode 307 and is proudly supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. Another really big episode this week with runners at Moonee Valley on Friday night, Rosehill and Eagle Farm and Toowoomba on Saturday. It's the time-honoured Weetwood meeting at Toowoomba. Morning, Tony. Before we get into this preview, congratulations after a big result for the stable again with the Queensland Thoroughbred Racing Awards last Sunday.
Yeah, thank you, Claire. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, it was a good day Sunday. I liked the Sunday time slot. Yeah, the afternoon time slot. It was good. I think everyone enjoyed that. New casino, still a bit clunky, but space was great. So, that was a good fun day. Antino getting horse of the year. That was terrific. Yes. Pretty pertinent when he's running again this week, and which is his final lead up into the Toorak in a fortnight's time. And we've got trainer of the year again for another year, which was good. It feels like an eternity ago last season finished. We're well and truly entrenched into this season now. So hopefully we can get it again next year and make it number 12 next season. Hopefully.
Okay, let's jump into our preview. And firstly, Manikato Stakes night at Moonee Valley on Friday. The rail will be in the 3 metre position. The track is currently a good 4 with a fine day forecast for Melbourne. We have 2 runners at the meeting. We'll start in race 3, which is the 55-second challenge over 955 metres. Osamu will run in this, 58.5 kilos. Jordan Childs, barrier 8. He's currently paying $71 to win and $14 for the place. He has been competitive all preparation without winning. He headed south with his on-speed profile. Would be suited to this track and this kind of race.
Yeah, I'm just really keen to have a crack at a 955 with him. So, look, why not? We had a team of horses down there. Got him down there. He's settled in well. What I will say, he loves his Melbourne leg. I think better than his Queensland leg. He enjoys just jumping straight into his work down there, and he's very fluent on it. So that's the positives I can see. Very fast 955 this. They will absolutely fly around the valley in this race. There's so much speed there. But he's settled in great. He's in good order. He's a fast horse, but geez, he's got a lot of fast mates in this race. So it's going to be a hell of a race this, and there'll be no rest for the wicked. If you blink, you may miss it. That's how quick they'll go. Love this night. I love this, how the revamp of this spring carnival down there, bringing the Manikato forward now. It's hats off to them down there in Racing Victoria to shift their carnival about to get the best out of it. And I think that this club in particular with this night, this is a bumper. There'll be so many people there, grand final weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've got some superstars running in the Feehan, which we're going to touch on in a minute, with a great Manikato Stakes, which is this will be a pertinent lead into the Everest in a few weeks.
Okay. The other runner we have is Antino. He is in race 4, which is the Group 2 Feehan Stakes over the 1600 metres with just a field of 4. He'll carry 59 kilos, Antino, with Blake Shin riding, barrier 2. He's paying $9 to win and $2.40 for the place. He was a gallant third in the Group 1 Makybe Diva last start behind Mr Brightside and Pride of Jenny on a heavy 9. Do you think he can turn the tables on them at the Valley?
Look, I'm not sure if we can turn the tables on him, and I tossed and turned what I do here with this horse, and I'm still tossing and turning right up until this morning. The query I had, I went into the Toorak last year, third into the prep, and he got there and he peaked, and attrition was able to kick back and beat me. Historically, history tells me when we get into a prep and we get him absolutely humming, which he is, his 3rd and 4th runs are his best, with his 4th being up there with his peak before you can back off him and sort of start again. And I just wondered if I missed this run and went a month into the Toorak, I might just be a run short once more, and I've got to take on some formidable opponents in that race in a fortnight's time. So I don't know whether I can turn the corner on these two. I do think on slightly better ground I'd probably meet Mr Brightside that little bit better. Jenny's obviously going to keep on improving. All 3 of these horses, I don't want to dismiss attrition because he beat me in the Toorak last year, but all 3 of these horses are third up in their prep. And looking at them all at Flemington the other day, which I always look at the others as well, you can see they're all just coming on in their prep nicely. So, look, my horse is no different. I'm going to get a lovely run. Jenny's going to do what she does. She's going to go out there, just cruise about for the first few, and then she's going to start to up the ante a bit. And she's going to want to try and break our hearts and that sort of thing. So, look, whether she will or whether she won't, who knows? Look, I think it's just a very interesting race. There'll be a lot spoke about it. The Manikato was meant to headline this night. I'm not sure if it takes the shine off the Feehan. The Group 2, I think, is probably the race I'll talk about the most, obviously, with these 2 absolute superstars we're racing against. But my horse is in great nick, and it's the run I feel I probably need to have him spot on for that Toorak in a fortnight.
Okay, on to Saturday, and we'll start with Rosehill with our run of Freedom Rally. The rail is in the true position. The track is currently a good 4 with rain forecast for Friday and a shower or 2 forecast for race day. Freedom Rally is in race 9, which is the Group 2 Shannon Stakes over the 1500 metres. He'll carry 57 kilos with Craig Williams riding. He's drawn barrier 4. He's currently paying $12 to win and $3.70 for the place. Was disappointing last week in the Bill Ritchie with blinkers on. On the 1 week back up, blinkers come off and you've put Craig Williams back on.
Yeah, blinkers come straight back off. What a messy race last week. Jumped out, give him a good squeeze, and it was just messy. All horses finding different wrong spots, and I just totally forget about that. Heart rate very low after it. Didn't knock him around once beaten. I like blinkers back off, Willow back on. This weather forecast is bizarre. You've read there because I just looked at some stuff on TV before. There's a bunch of rain coming to New South Wales, so I'd expect this track to most certainly be rain affected, and that won't bother us. We're fine on wet, dry. We're very good on a 7-day backup. I've backed him up twice on the 7 days, and he's been absolutely terrific. So happy with the backup. Happy to see Willow back on with no blinkers on him. He looks to map to get a beautiful run. I keep drawing good gates where he maps well. This horse will be a massive improver. Good field, but that's what you get springtime in Sydney. Right. This is a good race, but he's a good horse, and I expect him to measure up and race very well Saturday.
Okay, now on to the preview of our runners for the feature Weetwood meeting at Toowoomba on Saturday. The rail will be in the true position. The track is currently a good 4 with rain forecast for Friday and a shower or 2 for race day. How do you think the track is going to play up there?
It's a very interesting question. I don't know. I've been there sometimes. It's been come off like a bit leaderish early, then comes off fence late in the day. It can change a bit, this Toowoomba track, and I think you've got pretty big fields most of the day, give or take the Guineas is the only smaller field. I think it's just a very competitive day's racing. So I sort of want to go into the meet with my eyes wide open, that rail back in the true. Normally horses are just, Toowoomba's a real momentum track. You just got to have that momentum coming into the bend, and you don't want to be getting held up and sort of miss the boat at Toowoomba. You've got to be able to get your run going at the right time. So I'm going to work on a fair pitch, but I'm going to have my eyes well and truly peeled on those first 3 races.
Fair enough. We do kick off in race 1, which is the benchmark 70 handicap over 1,300 metres. Dramatica will run 58 kilos. Ryan Maloney takes the ride from barrier 12. She's paying $7.50 to win and $2.60 for the place. Was good run last start for 5th, coming wide around the Doomben turn and still fought on. Yeah,
she ran good. She just got pushed a bit wide a bit early, and her run was excellent. I accepted in 2 races. I thought this was the better race for the 1,300. I think this is a very open race. You'll look at it, I think it's about a $5 the field style race. Maloney's a good booking. She's just due for a slight change of luck. She's drawn awkwardly. Hopefully we can find a spot just on the back of the speed somewhere. They'll go along at a good gallop here. I think they'll break up, and if we can get in around about that second or third pair probably, there's no reason she can't run really, really well. She's definitely up to this grade. But like I said, this is a very open race. The form lines coming, as you get Toowoomba in a 70 on this sort of day, you got form lines coming from everywhere.
Race 2 is the Class 6 handicap, also over 1,300 metres, set to shine. Runs in this using Emily Lang's 3 kilo claim. She'll carry 52 kilos and she'll jump from barrier 2. She's paying $4.20 to win and $1.75 for the place at the moment. In a rich frame of form, this mare having won 3 of her past 4. This preparation, including last start, drawn well, lightweight, was a close second at this track earlier in her preparation as well.
Love the way she's going. She just knocked up that day. She handled the ground perfectly. She'll just bounce, roll forward, find a prominent position somewhere in the first couple with a lightweight in the back, and she'll give a good kick. She's as tough as anything. She looks just as good now as she did 5 runs ago. I can't fault her. She's in really good order, and she's a filly that makes her own luck, and she's just got a good finish on her. So super happy with her. She's one of my better chances on the card.
Okay, race 4 is the fillies and mares benchmark 78 handicap over 1,200 metres. We have Spirit Queen running in this with 59 kilos. Jimmy Orman on board, barrier 12. Spirit Queen's paying I can't get that name out. Spirit Queen is paying $7 to win and $2.30 for the place. She hasn't been far away in any of her past 6 starts. Unfortunately drawn wide, but not without a chance with the blinkers coming off. Yeah,
I think she's slightly unlikely to run this mare. I've got her in on Sunday at the Sunshine Coast, and I think if we can draw okay there, I think she's a very good chance on Sunday. I think Toowoomba with a wide draw again, I don't want to waste runs on her.
Okay.
You know, she's only probably got 1 or 2 left in the prep, so she's in great order. It's just a shame we're drawing wide. Particularly on these turning tracks, she's vulnerable drawing wide on the turning tracks.
Okay. Race 5 is the Colts, Geldings and Entires benchmark 78 handicap over 1,200 metres. Daytona runs in this 60.5 kilos with Ryan Maloney on board. He's drawn barrier 6. Daytona's paying $4 to win and $1.75 for the place. 1-2 starts ago, then flew home last start to just miss by a nose, both at this trip. Should get a good run from his gate.
Yeah, I think so. I think that a good draw, a relatively good draw, is important too. I don't see as much tempo here. When you go to Toowoomba, you never know. The tempo can change depending on how the track's playing. But I think we're drawn to take up a midfield position here. Ryan knows him well. He's the sort of horse you got to ride the horse, not the race with him. And if we can do that and we can find a midfield spot with a bit of cover, there's no doubt he can swoop in and win here. He's just going absolutely brilliant, this horse, going so well. The 60 kilos doesn't really worry me what he's carrying. I think he still looks very well placed.
Okay, race 6 is the Class 3 plate over the 1,000 metres. 3 runners in this. We'll start with Bossed Up. He'll carry 60 kilos. Jimmy Orman rides barrier 16. He's paying $3.30 to win and $1.55 for the place. First up on Saturday and is 2 from 2. First up comes into this off a couple of impressive jump outs too.
Yeah, he's going really good, this horse. He can't draw a gate. I had him in last Friday. He drew wide. He's drawn wide again here. He's going to need some ride. It's a good race to kick him off because it's a nice race in 3 weeks' time for him, and he's just going to need a bit of a ride here. Orman's got to somehow get him in somewhere in the first 3 pairs. He's not a one-trick pony. He's not a lead at all costs sort of horse, and matter of fact, he's better ridden just in hand. So if we can find a spot somewhere behind speed with a bit of cover, he can run really well. He's definitely one of the quality horses in this race.
Okay, next one is Devastating, 60 kilos. Angela Jones in the saddle, barrier 10. He's paying $10 to win and $3 for the place. He did get too far back last start, but produced one of the best closing splits of the race. Will he settle a little bit closer in this range? Yeah,
I hope so. I hope we can be no worse than midfield in this sort of race. I do see good speed here. Typical 1,000 metre on Cup Day. They're going to run along, and I just don't want to be completely back at the rear. We're giving away our advantage. He used to have a bit of tactical speed, and I think we're letting him get out of his races too far. So if we can be midfield, he can let a hell of a finish go.
Okay, next one is Instagood, 53 kilos with Emily Lang's 3 kilo claim. Instagood's drawn barrier 2. She's paying $10 to win and $3 for the place. She got crowded in the straight first up and did lose momentum. If she can get some clear running in this race from the good draw, she could be a big improvement.
Yeah, she was a good hit and run. Jimmy Orman rode it the other day and just said, geez, just total forgive and forget.
Yeah.
Emily will just get a nice run here on her behind speed. She'll be somewhere 3 pairs back the fence, just minding her business. If she can get room, she'll really finish off. I'm going to put Devastating on top here.
Yep.
I'm just very concerned where Bossed Up will get in at, and I think Bossed Up, there's a run at Race at Eagle Farm in 3 weeks where I'd really be leaning to him, but I think Devastating's due. He's definitely due. My mind's telling me he's due. Everything's telling me he's due.
Yep.
Please let him be due. I think he looks, he's very well placed.
Okay. Race 8 is the listed Toowoomba Weetwood over 1,200 metres, a race you won for the first time last year with all that pizzazz. We have 4 runners this year. We'll start with Rockribbed at 53.5 kilos. Emily Lang rides barrier 13. He's paying $10 to win and $3.20 for the place. 2 wins before a fighting second place last start at Doomben over the 1350. Drops back to 1,200 metres here, but he has drawn a bit wide. Yeah, the 3 weeks back to 1,200 is ideal for him. I'm not concerned by that at all. He's a go-forward horse. He'll race somewhere in the first 4 or 5. 4, 5 or 6, doesn't really matter. Just depends how he steps away. But I'd imagine he races handy. He'll be tough at this distance. Yes.
A few of these might want to paddle at 1,200. He won't be. So he ticks a lot of boxes. The wide draw is his only concern. Okay,
Situation Room will carry 53.5 kilos. CJ Graham will ride him from barrier 8. He's paying $21 to win and $6 for the place. Some good runs this preparation without winning, including last start from a wide gate. Was 4th in this race last year from a similar draw.
Yeah, and he just worries me, the tough 1,200 around Clifford Park. For him, he'll race on pace. Feels great. Give him a tick over trial. He's a month between runs with a bit fresher legs coming into this. So I think that's all really suitable. Any rain around, there is a bit of rain forecast closer to this meeting. Any rain around and given the track, I think improves his chances immensely.
Okay, next one is Hidden Wealth. He'll carry 53 kilos with Angela Jones on board, barrier 14. He's paying $5 to win and $2 for the place. He's second up on Saturday, a better run than it looked first up, stuck in the inferior going at Eagle Farm on the inside that day.
Be very forgiving of the defeat the other day, back out to 1,200. Wide draw, look, it's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. I think he rolls forward. If he doesn't lead, he sits outside lead, and he's also got to beat.
Okay. And the fourth runner is Brereton, who's our good-looking little friend behind you over there. He'll carry 53 kilos with Georgina Cartwright riding barrier 2. He's paying $10 to win and $3.20 for the place, having a very good preparation with 2 wins followed by 2 close seconds, the most recently an open company at Doomben.
He maps to get the best run, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Just going to be on the back of the speed. He's got good tactical speed early. He'll just fall on behind them. He's going to be the one wanting to go through. Just give him that month between runs, tick him over into this. He's in good nick.
Yeah, looks
He's lightly rated. He's very healthy.
Yeah.
He should be 4 from 4 since he's come to Queensland. Yeah. Big knockout horse off a low draw. I'm going to put Hidden Wealth on top.
Okay.
Even off that wide draw, I think if we can negate that barrier in that first 100 metres,
yeah,
he can be a real chance.
Okay. We're on to the final furlong of this week's Final Gallop. Firstly, we have a metro meeting at Eagle Farm on Saturday. Who are 2 or 3 to have a dabble on there?
Some pretty good chances there at Eagle Farm. We got a lot of maideners in the 1,000 and the 1,200. I thought Ludovisi was very good the other day, an older horse in the 65, 1,400, I think he's in, or a Class 3, 1,400. He was very good the other day. It depends what sort of barrier he draws today. He sort of had 1,400 second up written all over him.
Yeah.
So he's probably one of the horses I quite like. Yeah. The other horse of the older horses I quite like there is Damo Days. Very good fresh up at Eagle Farm. Mm-hmm. He gets back, he runs on. He's got a bit of weight, but he's just come back a much better horse. And there's a few maideners there you can have a look at. Trapeze Alert is one of them.
Yep.
One of those maideners. He's probably one of the maideners you can look at. He'll be accepted in 2 maidens, so we'll see which way we go there. But a good, strong team at Eagle Farm for what is an unusual Saturday midweek metro.
Yeah.
But it's a good idea.
Good idea, it is. Okay, who is your best winning chance at our metro meeting across Friday night and Saturday?
Yeah, it's a tough one, this.
Yeah.
I think my best winning chance, I'm finding it hard to go past Daytona.
Okay.
And Hidden Wealth, but
yeah,
like, I don't want to say too much because I think his horse can run well too. There's quite a few good chances up there, and what's a very open betting day. I think the fields at Toowoomba are outstanding on Saturday.
Okay, your best each way chance?
Each way chances, I'm going to go Freedom Rally in Sydney.
Okay.
I think he'll run top 3 on the back up there with Craig Williams back on and those blinkers off.
Yeah.
And also, I think Devastating will
Okay,
run top 3 in Toowoomba at good price.
Your best at the provincials, we have the Sunny Coast on Friday and Sunday.
We've got 2 good noms in the Class 3 played on Sunday, Miss Tambo and Spirit Queen. Mm-hmm. They look, either of those are well placed on Sunday, but I really like Sunlord. He's run the other day at the Gold Coast, had to be seen to be believed.
Yes.
He was terrific, steps to 1,400, Ryan Maloney on board. He's very well placed Friday night.
Your best track worker this week?
Best track worker this week. One day I watched Antino work on Tuesday morning. He worked terrific. He's right up and about and starting to peak in his preparation. His work was terrific. The data on our gallops back here were great. We've had a very, very smooth week here in Brisbane. So
that's good.
I'm really looking forward to the team we're taking up to Toowoomba, my old hometown. It's the day that I love Weetwood and Cup Day.
You do?
It's a fantastic day. It probably means more to me being a Toowoomba boy than it does to most people on the racing calendar. But it's going to be a ripper of a day up there, and we're taking a very strong racing team up.
And a couple of performers to look out for from the trials at Doomben on Tuesday.
I thought Exceed Speed, really good. Nice horse coming back, 4-year-old. There's quite a few nice triallers there amongst them, really. Dismantle was pretty good. She was good, snuck up the inside and won. There's quite a few nice triallers, really. We didn't have too many trial bad, which made for a pretty good trial day.
It did. Okay, your winner for the week?
Well, I could have said Explosive Dragon on Sunday at Warwick, because I tell you, I didn't know if we were going to win a race with him this prep, and he got his head out and done it. But I'm not. I'm going to go Wasted Youth. She was very impressive on Friday.
She was, yeah.
You know, we've given her the 3 jump outs and trials in, and she did a lot of work from that wide draw and just kicked away from him. She's in for a really good prep. Good to see the RC boys get another one.
Yes. She's
got very well bred filly, Strawberry Hill bred filly, so she's got a good pedigree behind her, and I think you'll see her even better out of the 1,400.
Okay, now it is time for Cavs Corner, which is supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. No luck for Cavs Multi last week, although he says he's getting closer. Let's find out what he's got for us this week.
Welcome to Cavs Corner for this week. This week we're going to travel up the hill to Toowoomba Cup Day, Weetwood Day. We'll go in the first race. We'll go Dramatica, a place. And then we'll go to the Weetwood and we'll go Brereton, a place. That's over $11 for the $1 dividend. Good punting, guys.
So he's gone Dramatica, a place, into Brereton, a place. That seems like a reasonable multi.
Yeah, well, she needs a bit of luck dramatically. That's all
Yeah.
from the draw. So
Yeah.
he's banking on her getting in from that gate and getting a bit of luck. But it's not a bad multi. It's not a bad multi. I can think of some others I'd go with, but
Yeah.
I'd go devastating place with Brereton myself.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
there's a few there, but why not just go win-win?
True.
Go
all out.
hidden wealth
Yeah.
into Daytona.
Okay, fair enough. Good luck for a big couple of days for the stable, both interstate and at home, and also at your former hometown of Toowoomba.
Yeah, very busy time of year. Lots going on. Up the Lions, go the Lions in the AFL Grand Final this Saturday as well.
Yeah.
Want to cheer on the Queensland team down there. What do the Victorians feel? You got the Sydney Swans and the Lions.
They feel pretty
all
sick.
in the AFL Grand Final.
Yes.
There's a talking point for another day. But
Yes.
up the Lions on Saturday and enjoy the racing this weekend. What a bumper night Friday night.
Absolutely.
Into a really good meeting, Golden Rose meeting at Rosehill, into Toowoomba Weetwood meeting on Saturday as well. So there's a lot going on. I think
Yep.
all the sports enthusiasts couldn't be happier at this time of the year.
Absolutely. Best of luck to everyone over the whole weekend.